doing nothing, hurting the motherfucking people who still got, letting them freeload in their fucking house and all that. God damn, do not make me go in. Nah. This is the same shit Candace Owens was trying to speak one time in Atlanta, and T.I. just being on some ignorant shit. Yeah, nigga, I said it, on some ignorant shit. Kept interrupting her and kept talking all that bullshit, kept feeding into that mob mentality. But she showed up and still did her talk, and she left you silent. That's what it takes. What Candace Owens did that day, to me, nobody represented black folks into looking at being, like, you gotta change yourself. It ain't about other people changing. It's like how it is. It ain't a one-way street. When it comes to communication, it works two ways. If they change, if they evolve, you gotta evolve yourself as well. Don't feel like, okay, cool, I'm gonna sit and be. No. Evolve yourself too. You know what I mean? And yeah, sometimes they can be stubborn. It's cool. That's what I think the biggest thing about Clash of Cultures, man. Like, I'm gonna tone it down right now, like, because when I look at it through a different logical perspective, culture really, truly, in my opinion, is the most justifiable form of pettiness, in my opinion, because then we let culture sometimes get in the way, unless it's a culture that includes unison, which to me, that's what the United States of America is all about. The melting pot, all that. We have to, like, understand, try to trust one another, you know what I mean? Like, and to me, I see interracial relationships and all that, and it's the most beautiful thing, because that shows people not being scared to step out the boundary and try something new. Like, God bless those people. Those are the true pioneers that I feel like will change the world for the better. But at the end of the day, man, like, y'all gotta stop acting so damn scared to step outside of your own skin, your own environment. It's so fucking weak, man. Yeah, I don't care. It goes for all people, not just black. It goes for Asians, Hispanics, whites, whatever the fuck you is. Learn to understand other people, not just because of how they grew up, but also like who they are and what they truly represent. And sometimes that's what happens with peer pressure. We get stuck in that mob. People get scared to really be themselves because they're afraid of rejection. Fuck that. Don't be afraid to be you, and don't be afraid to step out there and do what you gotta do. I don't give a damn. Like, trust me, I don't give a damn what anyone has to say negative to me. I'ma laugh at it and chop it back up at you. And at the end of the day, I move on with my day, because I don't need to worry about people that want to spread hate or spite, because I'm all about spreading love and actually doing it, not just talking about it. So to me, I'm skipping this song because I have no further reason to listen to this, and I knew something was gonna come up. And I'm telling you, it's like sometimes y'all artists just do it just to fucking hype yourself up in the moment, like Tilla did with Louisville, like Trey Songz did here, like Tory with his whole fucking album. Stupid as fuck. I'm tired of you niggas. Meg Thee Stallion on Saturday Night Live, protect black women, when you already shown yourself vulnerable by pretty much having your body out there, and that's all you got. What? Wet as pussy? Come on. Come on. You contradicting yourself. That's what it ain't about. You can't represent if you ain't walking. Don't talk if you can't walk. Bitch, you ain't like MLK. Get the fuck out of here. How many more marches? Come on, nigga. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Represent yourself and represent right. Yeah, Black Lives Matter. Just like every lives matter. But at the end of the day, look at my motherfucking shirt. This is my favorite shirt right here. This is what everyone needs to wear. Stop talking about lies this, like that. How about this? Equality matters. Okay? I don't want to hear that bullshit no more. I'm tired. The next artist that I hear talking that shit, I'm skipping you. And I know for damn sure all you industry artists was trying to bite on that too, so that way you can get looks and views and all that. You some trifling ass motherfuckers. I swear to God. God is gonna get you for that, man. Like, if you think you good right now, within due time, psh, you know who you is. You ain't worth mentioning on my damn video. That's for damn sure. Anyways, back to some real music. The last two tracks give me promise. In fact, when I do buy this album and I get this loaded on my phone and all that, I'm deleting that 2020 Riot song. I'm done. No, I'm not with that, cause at all. Cause like, to me, I'm on a bigger picture than that. I'm not on about senseless this, senseless that. I'm all about, let's meet each other 50-50, see things two ways, and let's work things out. Without communication, we can't go nowhere. So stop talking about problems and instead invest into looking for the solution. I'm voting for Candace Owens whenever she decides to run for president, just letting you know that. Trey Songz, I Know a Love. All right, let's get it. Track number 21. God damn. I don't fuck with that, no. I don't fuck with that, no, 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 no.
I never thought I'd find a love like this. I thought I had it all, but I didn't. It makes me wonder where you've been all my life. Never felt so familiar. Damn, I know this is real love. When I look into your eyes, it keeps me up at night. I can't explain the pride, but now I realize I know I love nothing compares to you. Something surreal and make me feel brand new. Wanna be the one to catch you when you fall. I'm gonna be here, that's forever, that's for sure. 'Cause I know a love to make a man feel good. I know a love I never knew I could. I'm so thankful you're a blessing from above. So amazing, now I know better love. No better feeling than the one like this. I thought I had it all, but I didn't. It makes me wonder where you've been all my life. And it feels so familiar. Damn, I know that this is the realest love. When I look into your eyes, it keeps me up at night. I can't explain the pride, but now I realize I know I love nothing compares to you. Something surreal and make me feel brand new. Wanna be the one to catch you when you fall. When you fall, I'm gonna be here, that's forever, that's for sure. I know I love to make a man feel good. I know a love I never knew I could. I'm so thankful you're a blessing from above. Thank you, Lord. So amazing, now I know better love. I've been needing some substance. I've been looking for something. I couldn't find it in nothing. Till I heard you in my arms. Oh, now I know love is to you. Something really make me feel brand new. Wanna be the one to catch you when you fall. I'm gonna be here, that's forever, that's for sure. I know love to make a man feel good. I know love I never knew I could. I'm so thankful you're a blessing from above. So amazing, now I know better love. Dad.
I understand you want to protect this, Trey. I understand. Like, you don't want kids to grow up thinking that they're gonna lose their dads. I understand your message, bro, but look, you have to be more diplomatic about it, man. Don't look at it through a racial profile. Look at it at the corruption with how they devalue life, man, when they fucking kill someone like that, bro. Like, it ain't what they were, whatever, it's just that they don't got love in themselves, man. They don't understand that feeling, bro, the pain of losing someone like that. That's what matters, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter if the man, and I don't want to say it like this, but like if someone kills someone I love, man, whether they win a fucking badge, whether they win Trigga, it don't matter. Like, I know you got no love in yourself. It ain't have to do with what your race is, your skin color, nothing like that. It just deals with the fact that, are you willing to show love to other people? Are you willing to open yourself up? It's all about being open-minded and all that. I see this video, bro, and I can't help but almost be brought to tears, man. I'm seeing you with the way you spend your time with your kid, man. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, I understand how much you want to protect that. You want to keep that sacred, not just for you, but everybody else. But trust me, we all have to be accountable for our own responsibilities and action. Trust me. I get pissed too when shit don't seem right, but I can't just let that, like, people think, no, it don't make you less of a person to walk away from a situation, because at the end of the day, if you think of others and how it could impact them if you go and get yourself killed over something that ain't even worth fighting for in the first place. Like, when you imagine the pain of seeing them cry and all that, nah, that shit ain't worth it at all, man. So, like, that's why it's like you gotta look at the bigger picture, you know what I mean? Some people, sometimes, they let the ego, they probably get the best of them. Just let it go. I know sometimes you're gonna get heavy fines, you're gonna get this and that. It ain't easy to do it as it is to say it. It's easier, way easier to say it than, you know, easier said than done, but that just comes with maturity, with patience, with growth, man. Like, we have to, like, learn to let things go, because it's not worth for us to stress over. I get it, lives are taken, but we can't, if we want to stop it, the best way to plug it is, like, it's just like when you get a cut. Are we going to continue to let that cut just get bigger? No, we want to, like, pause, stop the bleeding. What's the best way to stop the bleeding? We got to heal hearts, heal wounds, and the best way is just be with each other, love one another, man. And most importantly, I think it's the most difficult thing anyone can do. Any human being. It takes a lot of strength, but the strength to forgive above all else. To me, it's more difficult for me to ask forgiveness sometimes than it is to forgive those, because I don't know. When you think of the wrong things you do, sometimes it bugs you and you want to do things right. You know, that's usually what it goes with someone who's self-righteous. But at the same time, when you know you try to do things right and someone does spite you, or it's not easy to forgive them. All right, it's not. But we have to grow the strength to forgive people, because sometimes they don't know better. Just like when Jesus Christ died on that cross, he said, "Father, forgive them, for they truly do not know what they're doing." They don't really know what they're really doing. Do you know how much kindness it takes to say something like that, man? Like, that's why I'm proud to call myself the son of Jesus, man. I really do. You know, that's something I take in pride, man. I'm proud to be a Christian, because I know what he's about. And Jesus was never about discriminating people, you know. I mean, he took on prostitutes, he took on murderers. He took the hand, showed them love, and showed them that you don't have to suffer anymore, that there's a better way out. He was all about loving people, you know, and he only said one thing to people. He was like, treat one another as you want to be treated, with respect, you know, and love one another as you want to be loved. Right here, equality. That's all he ever preached. He never said anything else. He never judged anybody else on what she was or what it is. From what I read, that's what Jesus was all about, and that's why I believe in him heavy, man. And you know, people want to make lighthearted jokes about it, and to me, it's just disrespectful. But at the end of the day, man, like, it's cool. Gotta just forgive it, move on, and just don't let it bug you. So to me, I'm not saying that we should forget the pain that was hurt, that was caused. But look at it how, like, Martin Luther King Jr. looked at. We shouldn't look back on the past, like, oh, look what they did. Don't look at that, or don't look at the current present. We got to look ahead to the future. That's how Martin Luther King Jr. was able to end segregation, man. He looked towards the future because of what's his most famous speech? I have one dream. One day I had a dream that all kids will hold, Negro children, white children, Hispanic, Asian, all kinds will hold the hand and sing in unison together. That's what he was about. That was his most famous speech. And you know what? It was all about the perspective of looking to the future, of optimism. That's what we need to spread. Don't worry about what's going on. Don't focus on that. Talk about, spread the love. We got to put it out there. That's what we need to show more than anything. Like I said, equality. Love one another as we should be loved. Like, that's what we need to be talking about. If you don't feel loved, then just know that I got love for you. No matter what you do. Just stay true to you. Something like that. Just something that even someone who's in the most cynical mind state could listen to it and find comfort in it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we all people, bro. We all make mistakes, but at the end of the day, we all still got a heart. Sometimes we've gone through so much shit where we don't feel normal anymore, but it doesn't mean that person's lost. That person can still be saved, man. I know Jesus would. And I'm not saying anyone should be like Jesus. Well, I'm not saying anyone is going to be like Jesus, but I'm saying, like, think how he does. Is it too much to really do it? To try? At least? I don't think so, man. But I see this song, I see this video, and I'm like, it's beautiful, man. And the best way to protect it, think about your son when you do it. Do you want him to grow up thinking about racism, thinking about the history? Or do you want him to think about the future, about the fact that he can go and not feel like he has to be judged by anything, and that he knows in his mind state, first instinct is that everything is innocent, everything's cool. Yeah, there might have been some bad stuff that happened in the past, but that was when people didn't really understand. Now we progress, and don't you want your son to think that? Think about that when you make your songs, bro. Like what you're doing right now in this song, that's exactly what that's it, bro. Don't worry about anything that's over you, like all this other people's business. Don't worry about it. Show how you handling stuff in your life. Show your way. Lead people. Because at the end of the day, it's in you. You are definitely a true born leader, especially with your platform. You want to do something. Don't worry about going over the limit. Just be you. Your best way to lead, bro, the best way to use your platform is continue to be you. Show people how you live your life. You spending time with your son, having fun. That's it right there. That's all you need. And you good. Don't worry about anything else. You know what I mean? And you'll be alright. Last but not least, let's get to the last track, Noah Love. Damn, I didn't think I was gonna be doing this for too long. That's it right there. That's for the album right there. I do apologize, y'all, that this definitely got sidetrack heavy, but I had to talk about it because, I'm not saying that people are in the wrong to express how they feel if they're hurt, but we can't just let things slide when people ain't going about things the way we should be going about it. If we still too busy being our feelings, being hurt, and not letting things go and not progressing through our lives, it has to be spoken. I'm gonna piss a lot of people off, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm not gonna hide the truth. I'm not gonna run away from it. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. delivered the whole cold hard truth the best way how I know I can. And God forbid, if anything happens to me, it is what it is. I accept my fate because that's what God written it down for me. But look, our biggest issue is hurting one another, especially when it comes to within even our own communities. If you think about it, if I preach about progressive and some out of nowhere, you know what I mean, I get killed by a brother, what does that tell you? Me, someone who wanted to do something to make people unified, and I get killed by my own kind. What does that tell you? There's nothing that you can justify that. Nothing but just hate and spite. You know what I mean? I mean, for all you know, and for all I know, I don't even think that they got the real shooter who killed MLK. For all we know, it could have been another black dude. You never know. I'm not saying like on some Uncle Ruckus type of shit, but I'm just saying like, we don't know. I think that's something that they're, I don't know if they really found who the real shooter is. I never believed that whoever they got as a suspect was the true shooter. Maybe I might go back and research that one of these days. But, in fact, I might as well research that right now. But I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, love is love, and you know it. If you know it, you can feel it and understand it. And if you don't, either you don't see it yet and you need to just be patient and let it grow on you, or maybe you need to change the way you're thinking, because there's no way around it. There's nothing that's in hatred of other than, me thinking that we're not getting anywhere by just talking about an issue without looking on how we should solve it. You know what I mean? To me, it seems like we're only just complaining and that's it. To me, I don't think that's it. Like I said, I've seen some people paint the picture beautiful of what the future's supposed to be about. That's what it's supposed to be, looking ahead to what we want. Trey, you look forward and you're looking ahead to the times you're going to be spending with your son, watching him grow up. That's where your mindset at, and that's where you're perfectly fine where you need to be. Don't worry about anything else. Enjoy your life and live that life. You're good. That's why I like this album for the most part, because you're keeping things down to earth. To me, I haven't felt you really touch that since you did Tremaine, which was maybe about a few years back, and I enjoyed the heck out of that album. But like I said, you're keeping things down to earth, and you know what? You can't ask any more from yourself than that, brother. Because look, we all may be famous one day, or we all may be celebrities or whatever. Some of us may be or whatever. But either way, we're all human beings, and we all represent a minor scale of the huge collective group. So think about that. If we all 80% try to go in the mob mentality and do that, are we really making a difference? If we're secluding the 20%, shouldn't everyone try to work things together 50-50 with each and one another? Where's that? That's what we need to be preaching, instead of all this other stuff that to me it just seems like fake propaganda that doesn't solve anything other than just continue to stir the pot for more complaints and everything. We ain't gonna get nowhere if we don't bake this motherfucking shit. Quit stirring that shit. Just bake that son of a gun. We're gonna get that. We're gonna cook things out, get all the contaminants out, and we're gonna really be able to feast our eyes on something that we are looking forward to see, to enjoy. So, you may think that was a weird food analogy, but honest to God, think about it. Why would you buy raw steak if you know that it ain't really gonna look or feel good or taste good until you actually fully cook it? You know what I mean? It's all about taking the steps forward to get there. It's okay to understand what the issue is. Like, okay, there's some foul stuff going on, cool. But let's look at the bigger picture, what it is. Not just because we're black. Think about it. Sometimes it could be how the person acts, how they held themselves accountable on both ends. Were there times where lethal force did not need to be used? Correct. Were there times where resistance was unnecessary? Correct. You got to look at it through a human perspective. Stop trying to microscope things on what feels like it's comfortable to you or easy or convenient to say. Stop it. To me, that's convenience, and to me, it's probably the most sinister or evil way to prevent growth. And I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to say you're a bad person, but I'm just saying you're not helping anything at all. If anything, you're preventing growth. You're stunting the growth. You know what I mean? So that's what I think personally. Everyone else has their own opinion, but I think if one by one we all just continue to build ourselves. That's the number one thing I'll tell anybody, is just look at yourself in the mirror and look where you could build and be better. Don't just look about your face. Don't look about, just look at yourself in your eyes. Look at yourself in your soul and see what you really can build off of yourself. What are you good at? Everything. Tell yourself, okay, I know, be confident in yourself, how you look and everything. But that's just a part of your identity. Love yourself, and then after that, love what you are able, what God gave you. And if you know what you got, there you go. Go out there and have fun and live life, and don't let the little things get to you. People want to be petty. Be the bigger person. Move on. We don't need that. That's the quality that's kind of still missing nowadays, because everyone's kind of trying to be open-minded and all that, which is beautiful in one perspective, but also could be a double-edged sword, and where we talk about every little thing, and then we focus on small things, and then we don't get anywhere because we're kind of running in circles in a sense. So we just got to beat to the point, discuss what really matters, look at the bigger picture, get the few main points, and move forward. That's it. But other than that, though, like, beautiful album, Trey Songz. Continue to do what you're doing here for the most part. I think I've spoken when I said your music truly can heal. And it definitely did heal on a lot of songs. That was just, I felt it, man. I really did. To me, I still think the crown is yours. No one has taken it from you yet. If there are contenders, either their discography is not as long and they're still young, still got to keep building up, like Jacquees, who I still got to check out his new project that I haven't checked out yet. Or, you know what I mean, like, they busy doing other things and ain't really focused on just making R&B music. You know what I mean? Like Chris Brown, who I think is just really all over the map with whatever sounds he's going with. And to me, you know what I mean, it just makes him someone that's just hungry for, to create his own new path and everything, which I think is one of the best mentalities I've ever seen an artist have. And I wish a lot more artists would think like how he does, making yourself your biggest competitor and try to improve what your previous milestone or record was. Sway Lee, definitely, you could take a book or two from that. You're gonna definitely grow as an artist. I could tell you got the heart and soul in the first place. Keep doing you. The features were phenomenal on here, from Summer Walker to Ty Dolla $ign to Sway Lee. Davido coming in and doing what was his natural rounds, with that dancehall song. So to me, it definitely it's been a phenomenal ride. And like I said, I only had issues with maybe 2 songs, with just the production not really fitting what I believe Trey has created in his environment. Like, it was him definitely picking a couple things from the trends just to add it on to his style, whatever. But at the end of the day, I feel like you already got everything you need. No need to add more tools when you got what you need. And with that phenomenal voice of yours, I mean, come on. You're solid. Who needs trends? Who needs it? Who needs it to stay relevant when you already got the talent that gets everyone to flock to you in the first place? Ain't no need for that. It's your boy True Blue signing out. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed. Deuces. And we'll see what comes up next. But for now, I'm dropping this. Hopefully you guys enjoy this and watch it. I didn't mean it to be almost 3 hours long. I don't know how long this album is. I don't think it really was any longer than an hour, but Trey got me on a couple of things where I really had to speak my mind and get it out. Alright, it's your boy True Blue signing out. Stay safe, stay blessed. Alright, and remember that you have the power to change what goes on in your life. So I know while other people may have terrible things happen to them, remember that you can prevent things from going bad if you hold yourself accountable and responsible. And there's no such thing as a coward when you think of other people and how much they care for you, and you step out of a volatile, situation to put your pride down because you know that you got love and you don't need to deal with this, and you can move on with your life knowing that it ain't a big deal. But anyways, deuces.